In the middle of the Australian wilderness, where the sun kisses the earth and the wind whispers secrets through the eucalyptus trees, we live a life that dances between the shadows of sorrow and the warmth of hope. I had to do a quick trip down to Grafton to bid farewell to my aunt, a woman of strength and love, now lost to the hands of time. The air hung heavy with grief, my cousins grappling with the weight of losing both parents in a single year. And I mourned not only for them, but for my mother and siblings who shared the ache of losing a sister. As I headed back home, I marvelled at the resilience of life though. Our scorched land, now resurrected by the mercy of rain. The livestock, once subdued by the fury of a wild blaze, now grazed contentedly in the rejuvenated pastures. So this is what the road to our property looked like only 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And this is what it looks like now. The once dormant landscape burst into a tapestry of vibrant greens. The kettle hummed, and raindrops played percussion on our tin roof, and a comforting cup of tea became our solace. It's these kind of moments that bring pure relief to our off-grid oasis. Imagine that arid landscape in the aftermath of a fierce wildfire, thirsty for the soothing touch of rain, and as the sky opened up, each droplet became a promise of renewal and rejuvenation. Now let me take you on a magical journey that unfolds under the canvas of post-rain freshness, when nature gives us a treasure hunt, wild mushrooms springing up like little surprises. As the rain kissed the scorched earth, it triggered this spectacular transformation. It was almost overnight, it seemed. The ground erupted with these mushrooms, with their silent celebration of life renewed. Mother Nature decided to throw a feast. We were so excited when we stumbled upon this unexpected bounty, and all right in our own backyard. All our peas and our lavender plants are enjoying this beautiful rain as well. My dad used to take me foraging for mushrooms when I was a kid, just after it had rained. I loved doing that. And I just want to let you know that identifying mushrooms, especially wild ones, can be quite challenging. And it's crucial to exercise extreme caution when foraging for mushrooms, because misidentification can lead to serious health consequences, including poisoning and even death in some cases. So if you don't know what you're doing, it's probably best not to eat mushrooms in the wild. These are field mushrooms, or in America I think they're called meadow mushrooms. Field mushrooms usually have a white cap and they are not sticky or slimy or anything like that. The gills underneath are usually pink when they're quite young, and as they mature or after you've picked them, they'll turn like a dark chocolate brown, just like the ones you see in the store. But just be careful, the yellow stainer are also the same colour. If you scratch the mushroom or cut it and it has like a yellow stain, then that is a poisonous mushroom. And also if it has a big bulb on the end at the bottom, sometimes they break off though, so you just have to be careful. But if it's like a big egg on the bottom, then that is a poisonous, deadly mushroom as well. So I will not eat any wild mushrooms that I find that have white gills underneath, because they're usually the poisonous deadly ones as well. Any bright colours, or especially bright red, is also usually a warning sign that the mushroom is poisonous. The field mushrooms have a pleasant mushroomy scent. The poisonous yellow stainer will have like a chemical smell. So the main difference between the field mushroom and the yellow stainer is the yellow stain and the smell. Avocado tree is still coming back to life. The other day there was a snake only a few meters away from the shed door. Another reminder of the dangers that coexist with our rustic existence. So we're welcoming some technology. We've put 5 of these in around the shed. These Sonic Guard solar snake repellers are now all around the shed. They send out a pulsating vibration and noise through the ground to ensure that the snakes stay away. So let's see if they work. So a few of my sunflowers are doing quite well. Some of them are slow growing, but at least we're getting there. My potatoes are coming along also, and we've got lots of peas to pick today as well. But first we have to collect the eggs from our clucking companions, and we're just reveling in the abundance that they're bestowing upon us. We haven't collected the eggs for a few days, so there's lots there.
So it might have been a few days. Might have to get the mushroom basket as well. Stop.
Paul cleans out the chicken water containers and gives them fresh water with the help of truffles. She's just taste testing the water for them. Our loquat looks like it's trying to establish itself. Our last one got a bit burnt in the wildfire.
Stop it.
In the vast tapestry of life, there are threads woven with joy, love, and laughter. But there are also threads that bear the weight of loss and the challenge of letting go. The journey of navigating death in the family, or multiple deaths, coupled with the complexities of watching our children grow and venture into the world, is a huge chapter of our lives that profoundly changes us. When death touches our lives, it's as if the very fabric of our being is altered. Grief becomes a companion, and the world takes on a different hue, one where shadows linger a bit longer. And as parents, one of the most challenging aspects of our journey is witnessing our children growing into independent individuals, encouraging them to spread their wings, take risks, and find their own path is both a source of pride and a test of our resilience. Striking the delicate balance between protecting our children and granting them the freedom to navigate their own journey is a complex dance. I remember sharing the joy of the harvest of peas with my grandmother and my dad when I was a child.
Stretch. You can get it.
The fresh, sweet peas used to pop into my mouth, and the crisp texture and the burst of sweetness. It was like nature's own candy, a wholesome treat that felt safe. In the rhythm of off-grid living, where the cycles of nature dictate the pace, the act of cracking open pea pods becomes more than a simple task. It's a celebration of the harvest, a communion with the land, and a reminder of the simple, profound pleasures that abound in the Australian wilderness. Take a moment to appreciate the vibrant green hues of the pea pods. Each pea pod is like a small edible gift, waiting to be unwrapped. As we took a long walk along the dry creek bed, it sort of ran into an unexpected discovery, a series of intricate nests nestled within the confines of this big water pipe where the creek drains through. The swallow nests, crafted with precision and care, suspended like delicate ornaments in the midst of nature's gallery. They'd chosen this secluded spot to build their homes. Our little spring harvest today. The simple joy of cracking open pea pods and savouring the freshness within, an experience that I remember from my childhood and connects me directly to the bounty of nature. As you open the pod, a burst of sweet green aroma fills the air, a testament to the freshness and ripeness of the peas within, and that vibrant green colour nestled within the pod is the colour of a promise of the nutritional goodness and flavour that awaits. And so our afternoon unfolded with purpose. I was washing away the dirt and grass from our harvest. The cooking process can also be like a second level of checking that you've got the right types of field mushrooms, because when you cut the stems, you can check if there's any yellow staining happening at that point as well. And you can see that the mushrooms, after being sitting there picked for a day, have turned that dark chocolatey brown on the gills. We had quite a lot of dirt and grass on our wild mushrooms, so I decided to give them a wash in some water. But You generally don't have to do this, and mushrooms do absorb any excess moisture, but I was making a soup or a sauce, so I wasn't too concerned about that. The kitchen filled with the aromatic dance of onions, garlic, thyme and parsley, a symphony of flavours destined for a pot of creamy mushroom soup or sauce. I've decided to make a mushroom sauce that I can use when I'm cooking some chicken thighs or chicken breasts. So I'm basically starting with a flavourful base by sautéing some diced onions, mixed garlic and olive oil until they become soft and fragrant. The solar lights at Coco's grave had been knocked over, probably by the horses that had been to visit us recently, so Paul was just spending some time to fix them up again. Letting go is such an emotional tug of war. The heart sways between the instinct to keep our loved ones close, sheltered from life uncertainties, and the understanding that true growth often emerges from facing challenges head on. I'm just learning that letting go doesn't mean abandoning. It's an act of releasing our grip while entrusting our loved ones with the lessons we've shared, the values we've instilled, and the resilience we've cultivated together. Once my onion and garlic had become soft and fragrant, I added some herbs. So I added some thyme and parsley to this sauce. I just roughly chopped up my mushrooms into smaller pieces. And so I just threw in the wild mushrooms to the aromatic base. And I just allowed them to cook until they released their moisture and developed a rich, earthy aroma. I seasoned the mushrooms with some salt and pepper, and I added some chicken stock as well. I added some tapioca flour, and I didn't have any cream, so I just added some milk to make it creamy. And I just let the sauce simmer gently, letting the flavours meld together. The result was beautiful.